Yate Shea Talita Vlenskin She. Aradon Nashlinige, Yakia Anishlin Hashlishin Bashishin, Turichini Dashache, Dotkanzani, Edashinal, Aro Ayusadan Nashan, Tisozadan, Northern Navajo Medical Center, A Aden Nashnish, Aro Dream in the charter school, A buses. So I am of the Towering House and born for the Mud People. And I work at Northern Navajo Medical Center. I've been there for 22 years. And I'm a governing council member of the first charter school on the Navajo Nation. One of the things that I found as a leader is that you have a greater sense of identity means that you'll have a greater sense of purpose. And that was something that I gathered in terms of just being in leadership and learning from the students. And one of my biggest learnings have come through the teaching of a SPARK curriculum. And it's out of San Diego State University. And one of the biggest findings and learnings that I had was when I was doing a curriculum or being asked to be a part of a curriculum called the Navajo Wellness Model. And I was like, first I was a little bit, it's a big commitment. It's for 5 days and it's a big commitment. And so I went because my older sister by class says, you got to go. And so I went. And at the end of the session, you have to present a certain section of that Navajo Wellness Model. And one of the things that you're encouraged is to share from your personal experience according to that model. And one of the frameworks of the wellness model is called Shabak Es Aladath, the wellness or the journey, the journey and the wellness of the pathway of the sun. And so one of the stories I shared was that when I was only 4 years old, my Che took me to the east and he had me at the crack of dawn. I woke up in the Hogan, he grabbed me by the hand, he took me east, and it was dark. It was like dusky dawn in the morning, and I stood there with him. And he said to me, "Kwa todazin, ndle, this is where you make prayers." And so by 4 years old, I was making those decisions of the connection. So when the sun was coming up, it's almost like that same part in the movie of Lion King. The sun is just horizon and just overcasting, overshadowing all of the darkness. And so in that time, I was going to this wellness curriculum. I was appointed to be on the board for Dream the Net Charter School. And then one of the principals, Shanella, says to me, "Dee, could you teach a physical education at our school, be a teacher?" And I said, "Yeah, I can do that." And that Christmas, the students did the ribbon dance. And I was just really impressed because on their social media, they had 2,000 views because they posted it on social media. And I just like, wow, they really enjoy dancing culturally. And then I had the students engage with aerobic dance because then a senior at Navajo Prep came over and did her senior project with the students and said, I want to teach them aerobic dancing. So the students got it, had this short session of aerobic dancing with them and they enjoyed it. And so I made that observation about, wow, dance and doesn't traditional or non-traditional dance that they get engaged in the learning. So that's when I had this question. Dancing to learn Navajo. Is there a perceived learning enjoyment in young dual language students following a short session of aerobic dance? So I did my preliminary studies and my final research. I found those students who engaged in aerobic dance prior to learning Navajo shared that they enjoyed it because they were dancing as a group, and they've taken off that embarrassment because they're doing it together. And then the same process, they also learn to learn the language together, that everyone is at a different place. And just because one knows more doesn't put the other one down. So one of the things that my journey is to share with others, what are we doing to bring enjoyment to our children in learning in this classroom? That be math, reading, social studies, or even more importantly, our language, because there was a study done on Navajo that by 2013, or actually, sorry, 2030, that 10% of students will be speaking Navajo. Well, we can change that. Let's bring back enjoyment. And so, thank you.